and shooting me DMs and calling me. I know I seen Michael out with that lady too, okay? Don't feed into it. We are arguing right now, and he wants me to react. I'm not going to give it to him. So let him go out and handle his basic mayonnaise, and we'll see where he ends up.
Oh, he got that status notoriety. Now he's your type. I get it.
It looks like Ray has stopped asking where the hell her husband is because she's found herself at Six Flags with Michael B. Jordan.
He popped out with Ray. Now, let me tell you something. Ray got something going for herself. Ray pretty. Ray got a voice. She got an operette. How you say operette? Operatic? It's an opera-style voice.
Ray, still looking for her husband, and her latest prospect has the internet going wild, because E.T. confirms she's dating Michael B. Jordan.
I'm trying to be cool, but goddamn.
Ladies and gentlemen, polite savages, it is time for us to address the elephant in the room. We all know for a fact that it's not the fact that Michael B. Jordan is stepping out with somebody, it's the fact of the hue of who he's stepping out with.
Black women have two different filtering systems with how they view interracial relationships. If Barack Obama had ran and his wife was white, would he have gotten that much support from the black community, and specifically black women? That's not unusual. You'll see it with Eve, Serena Williams, Meghan Markle, you name it. A lot of them don't even view it as neutral. They're actually excited.
Much like revenge, self-improvement, and an inevitable outcome of such is a dish served very cold.
Why do we, if you see a black man with a woman,
Me being nosy and everything, I don't even know how I ended up in this video, man, but it's interesting right now, you know what I'm saying?
from another race, how can you knock him? I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying that.
Well, let's not get it twisted. This is one of the individuals that growing up, people called him corny. His classmates called him corny. They didn't really like him. They teased the guy a little because he was on his grind, building himself. And this is the outcome of building yourself.
They have done the job to turn you against us. The way they talked about us. And I'm not talking about every woman. I'm just talking about the average sitting around doing nothing.
Because if you can't see the vision, you don't have the vision. And when you have the vision and you chase that vision, you chase that dream, and you are dedicated and you sacrifice, when you win, oh, how sweet it is.
Y'all was acting funny, now he got him a snow bunny. See, y'all didn't want him at first. Y'all thought he was corny and lame. That brother's one of the highest paid actors of our time. He's the new Denzel. And y'all want to act funny. See, y'all the problem. See, y'all been conditioned to like Future and NBA Youngboy.
Interesting fact is that this man tried to date Lori Harvey. This man went down the road and he was curved. He wanted to get married. He wanted to lock it down. He wanted to make it official. And then what did the world do? Oh, they celebrated and said, Lori Harvey, she can curve him. She can curve Future. She could be as toxic as she wants and get exactly what she wants.
I do know that the last public relationship Michael B. Jordan was in was with Lori Harvey.
Miss Harvey say? She said that he was a good guy, almost everything she wanted, but just not her husband. Not good enough. Didn't cut the mustard, didn't bring that fire and desire that she was absolutely needing. In other words, he just wasn't it.
Women be out here creating soup in their mind. They don't even be looking at right in front of them. That's the difference between men and women. We see who here.
Right.
Women down here think it's a unicorn, a lot of money, in a weekend house, write poetry, and draw, and he a thug, and he fight, and lift weights, and don't eat pork. You crazy?
And you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say.
But the confusing thing is people saying all the good guys are gone, but the good guys aren't gone. What happened is that you walked by the good guy. You told the good guy that you didn't want to be with the good guy. And then when you wanted to be with the good guy had found somebody else, because guess what? They're good guys and they get scooped up. So sometimes it's not by the people that you think they should get scooped up by. It's by the people that they should have got scooped up by. Because what happens? Well, let me tell you what happened. You see, when you fall asleep at the wheel, you snooze, you lose. You grab your opportunity when you could, because you thought your opportunity was always going to be there. But one thing's for certain, nothing lasts forever. And sometimes the opportunities that you think is going to be there tomorrow, poof, disappear. They're gone in the wind. You dig?
Not even about her no more, because now I'm seeing so many comments from women that agree. And they feel as though I'm crazy to be shocked that Michael B. Jordan is not her type.
Kendra, nobody understands why you're shocked, because we all understand that Michael B. Jordan doesn't fit that Tupac in a boardroom stereotype that a lot of these ladies just love. You see, something shifted back in the 80s when the D-Boy got the money, when the D-Boy got the fame, and when people started looking at the D-Boy and started giving the D-Boy love when he came from jail, love when he was out on the streets and he was buying things with that illicit money. And the good guy, the square guy, the guy who did it the right way, he was not celebrated anymore. In the community in the 60s, we were upstanding, strong citizens, buttoned up, most married. And now you look at the future, in just a few short years, we degraded.
I have a problem because I think so many of our women tend to give those men so many opportunities, and then y'all become so emotionally scarred that the average hardworking dude now has to break down those barriers.
But I got to keep it real with you. Some communities do not emphasize the same things our community emphasizes. And it's also very fair to say that everybody has their choice, everybody has their preference, everybody has exactly what they want in a person that they're dating. However, we see a lot of times in the Asian community, you can see an Asian lady with somebody who's not cool, who's not dressed right, but she's maybe more focused on his ability to provide and his stability. We see other communities following the same suit. I remember Kevin Samuels was saying that Juan could go out work in the field all day or sell oranges and come home and get the same submission and the same understanding from his wife as a millionaire gets. And that is a model for us to work through. But back to the preference. If this person isn't your preference, and if your preference is that fast cash, if your preference is a slick mouth, if your preference is somebody in the hip and now, a lot of times when these young men are building themselves, they're not hip, they're not developed yet, they haven't come into their own. And then when you see them later on and they've came into their own, they're not interested in you anymore because they're with somebody else. And if they get with somebody who's a different race, it doesn't mean that they are a race traitor or they wanted to just only be with somebody who's a different race. What they did want was somebody to understand their struggle and understand what they were going to, and it just happened that the person who was doing that had a different hue. Yeah, well, you know what they say, to the bees go to honey.
White women will found an unrefined black man with potential.
Oh, is she unrefined?
And they will invest in him until he becomes
successful.
Y'all gonna go and make me agree with Dr. Umar Johnson. Dang.
Black women tend to want a finished product from the beginning.
Now, it's a very unfair characterization to say that all black women, they only want the finished product and they don't want to build with men. But the problem is, without proper vetting, without understanding, without being exposed to real men, a man can come to a woman with a good line of game, tell her whatever she wants, and then she starts investing in the wrong man. Somebody who's not going to help her build, somebody who's just going to extract resources from her, and then she turns around being bitter. And now she's saying she doesn't believe in the potential. She doesn't believe in struggle love. When she was younger, she was able to do this, but now that she's older and she's at this age and it's a little more difficult for you to get with her, she's not going to date potential. She only wants to date productivity. She only wants to see what it is right now. When a man comes to her and says, hey, I'm trying to build myself, she says, nope, I've seen this before and I'm not here to build anymore.
I don't care about a man's potential at all. I don't. I care about his productivity, because now you wake up with the man in his boxers on your couch in your refrigerator scratching his balls talking about when his dinner ready, and he don't even know how much your rent is.
Finances is the number one issue in all relationships. It's like statistically proven, right? People divorce, people break up because of finances. It's always a touchy subject. Because money is so tied to emotions anyways, so it's going to be the number one subject. Falling in love with potential is the same as falling in love with lies.
Folks, I don't want struggle love. And then when another person steps up, when maybe the lady who's been there from the beginning from the football team, maybe the lady who sees a man who has a great plan and helps him get certain things that he's trying to do, like a barber's license, helps him get certain things, like help him start his business, give him the resources to help start the business, then he turns around and pours into her. Then we have people in the community who are upset, not understanding the full story of the situation.
He's right, you know.
So I definitely can understand why some of the ladies who've invested their time in the wrong man who get upset and feeling like there's no good men out there. But the bottom line is that saying that there's no good men out there is absolutely ludicrous. There's no good men that you're able to attract because you spent too much time with the wrong men.
Just something about a gangster. I know they're gonna feel me when they see this.
Why didn't you marry him?
He went to jail.
Oh, so you pick and felons. I'm not gonna let you get on here and talk about what black men are not when you pick and dudes that whoop and are felons. See, I'm not gonna sit around and let you Women just sit around and talk about hey, black men ain't here and they ain't this, they ain't that.
And see, here is something that a lot of folks don't understand. What we're doing, it's all on stage and it's all on display, especially with these social media algorithms that everyone can see. So when you're spending your time with Pookie and Ray Ray over there, and you're not really spending your time with the quality gentlemen who are building themselves, looking at you, understand exactly what the play is, and want to step off.
Stop blaming men for your issues. Period. They're not the problem. And the reason why I say that is because if you are going to sit around and say that there's no good men out there, the universe is going to continue to show that to you because that's the frequency you're on. They're going to pop up and you're going to say, see, look.
Shit, I'm back. Excuse my language real quick, you know. I had to pick out that phone call that was an emergency. Or was going to be an emergency if I didn't pick it up. You get me?
Look, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy to sit around and say that there is not men out there. That's all that's going to show up. It's impossible for a good man to show up if you think there's no good men out there. Why would they show up? You don't believe they're there. Fact. It's impossible. They're not going to show up. The universe can't cajole you to say, hey, wait, no, he's over here. You're going to keep missing him because you're looking for the bad guy. Church.
Just like BGS Ibmore said, one of the things that Kevin Samuels was able to do was talk to the young men, tell them to build themselves and get themselves together. Because in fact, Mr. Samuels was a throwback to when men wore suits and men took care of themselves. And this is what it was before the D-Boy era came in.
It's a throwback to prior to, like, I would say 1980, 1985, prior to the crack era. Okay, is because the money shifted. Okay, the crack era caused the money to shift, and so guys like you that wear suits and ties, their educated stuff like that became passe. Because if you hear interviews, what do women want? They want drug dealers, they want scammers, they want thugs, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what's represented, right? Because those are the guys with the disposable money.
Before the fast money era came in, and back in these days when a man who was building himself, a man who was a blue collar carpenter, a man who had a 6-figure job but had to go through the ranks, go through college, and build himself up. This was very desirable because, believe it or not, ladies, you can say all the time in the world you don't date potential, but what you're really saying is that you want a finished product to the man who has potential, and he will never, ever invest in you if that is your position. So,
and I feel like that's what's wrong with a lot of women. Actually, I ain't gonna say a lot. I ain't trying to majoritize. I don't even know if that's a word. But that's the thing. A lot of people don't get. I feel like a lot of women don't get. They wanna date these rich niggas. They wanna date this rich man, right? Becoming rich is not easy, bro. Some people have done some DH stuff to become rich. You know, some people have done. If they did it proper, they went through hell. You know, to get rich, or you know, to be able to live comfortably. You know, it's a business or whatever, you know. There's a rare amount of people, I mean a rare amount of guys that generally just want, I want to say rare, but yeah, like they're rich and they generally just want to find one woman and just stick, and this is after they've already become rich, you know. This is not, he built this up with the woman. Nah, it was in the gym by himself. Made it all happen by himself. You know. With God, of course. And after he's already succeeded, he has everything. Of course he's gonna get eyes. You know? Now, when someone's going, especially in this generation where like you can easily lose anything, you know, from false accusation, from one wrong move, from, you know. So becoming rich now is like, it's hard. And then when you're rich, now you gotta be careful on how you move because you don't know who's genuine around you, you know, especially if these people were not around. And it's a sad thing, road to becoming rich. It's like, it's sad because it takes so much of someone's discipline and sacrifices as well. Some people have to sacrifice in friends, have to sacrifice, you know, enjoyment, have to sacrifice comfortability all to get there, you know. And you have a lot of women thinking, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna bag this guy, you know, this guy that he's probably missed half of his childhood, or you know, of his young adulthood, or to create this life for himself. Now I'm here to lock him in, and he's only gonna want me and no look at anyone else. They come with all these demands as well, and then you're over there like, so you think this man that went through all this wants to just stick to one? You know, I'd say it's about 50%. You know, 50% of rich people. Some rich people are like, nah, man, I can't just, you know. Some rich people are like in that fun phase, like, hey, I've built myself up to this. Let me enjoy myself first before I settle. You know. And some also don't believe in settling at all. They just believe in maybe just have a girlfriend and that's it. You know, or maybe not even. And that's the issue. And then they chase this man, leaving the guy that's building himself up still. Just they don't want to date potential. And it's unfortunate. Some men out here that they can talk crazy cap, easy cap to these girls that they believe it. And then in the end they get burned. You know, you promised all this, all that, and they never deliver it. And then, well, it's unfortunate. You know, it's like this is where you. But then again, do you really want that person for the love, or are you just chasing someone for what they can do for you? You know, but becoming rich is not easy. You know, that's why you see a lot of these people try to cling on to people, like, oh, he looks like he's gonna make it happen. I'ma stick to him, you know. And these demands as well. He's rich. Oh yeah, I also want him to be tall. I also want him to be loyal. I also want him to treat me this way. I'm like, bruv. Rich niggas. And I also, yeah, rich niggas and, hey man, I don't even know what the heck I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, it's like they chasing something that's, how can I explain it? That's almost unreliable. You see a lot of these guys that become rich, it's not easy, man. And once you get there, you think you're just gonna, oh yeah, this girl. And it's very easy to know when you're rich. It's very easy to know who's there for the right reasons. And it's not really easy, definitely not. But like, you can kind of tell, you know, like, nigga, who's you? Who, you know? Yeah, but all these women be, you know, hating on the normal nigga, trying to chase a rich nigga, or a nigga that lies to them that they're gonna be, you know, that is rich or whatever. End up having babies for this nigga, and then nigga ditches, and then, oh, DH niggas, black niggas, this, that. And then it's like, whoa, wasn't that your choice? It's like, whatever they do, they always end up blaming the innocent niggas. They put us all in a group. The rich niggas, the broke niggas, the old DH. When you ended up chasing the wrong kind of man. And I'm not saying every rich person is wrong. You know, just that if you're going to a rich nigga, especially if you want one, you need to look at everything. You can't go to a rich nigga and give him demand, especially if you're not at the same level as him financially. Or especially if you need him. You don't really go there with demands. I think that just makes sense. And someone who's rich most likely doesn't need you in a way. So it's like, if he's keeping you, he's either really likes you and he's a genuine person, or he's just trying to play games and do his thing and move. The generation is bad, because especially how this false accusation been going on, men, you know, losing their money in divorces and all that. I feel like a lot of men are starting to open their eyes. So it's like, it's not going to be easy to just get a rich nigga, you know? And most rich niggas now, like, I feel like after all that they went through, you think they're just going to settle with one? I've seen so much memes on that, you know? What, you think I'm going to settle with one? After all this I went through, you think I'm going to settle with one? You know? And it's crazy, it's a sad thing how money bends people's morals and loyalty and all that. Money, bro. In this life, get money, bro. So you don't get disrespected, so you don't, you know, you don't get forced doing things you ain't trying to do, bro. You know, you really get to live your life on your own terms. That should be almost everyone's goal, to be honest, bro. And they don't come easy. Only the elite will make it to the other side. You know? And the people that ain't gonna make it on the other side, they try to cling on to people that are already made on the other side. You know? And it's a sad world we live in, bro, but I don't even know how I ended up on this video. I don't even know what the heck I've been saying. But if I say something in there, man, I say something in there, man.
So the bottom line is this: whether it's just that man's preference, whether this is what that man wanted, whether it just fell into his lap, or whether he's trying something new. I gotta quote Mike Jones on this one. You dig?
The pair spotted looking at ease while spending the day together, alongside some of Michael's family and friends.
I'm glad y'all see me happy.
Our source says it's not the first time the couples spent time together.
It looks like Ray has stopped asking where the hell her husband is because she's found herself at Six Flags with Michael B. Jordan. I'm Alexa on the scene, and here's the latest possible couple news. Yes, you heard that right. The British singer Ray was spotted on a roller coaster at Six Flags with the one and only Michael B. Jordan.
So polite savage is the only thing I can tell you is stay on your pivot. Don't get knocked off your square. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody chases the wrong lady. But I can guarantee you, if you build yourself, if you work to achieve and be the absolute best human being, the best individual, the best earner, and the best achiever that you could be, you will definitely be able to survive the game. You dig?
Everyone thinks that they have this false reality and sense of options, right? And so when people have something real in front of them, they do not recognize it because they're like, oh, I could go get this somewhere else. But what you don't know is you really can't. Because when you have something of quality and real, you can't, that's not replaceable very easily, especially in the generation that we're living in now.
Crazy. To touch on what you just said, that's another thing, the option thing. You have so much people. I even got some friends that they have something really nice in front of them, man. Again, I'm someone who believes in don't put yourself in relationships or, you know, marriages or whatever when you're not ready. As a guy, definitely. But at the same time, there's certain people that come into your life that you either just let a good thing go or just adjust in life, you know. Hey, I wasn't looking for a relationship, but hey, this is a good person. This is someone who, you know, I see potential. Hey, man, let me do it. I'm just gonna have to adjust. I just need to be more disciplined in whatever I'm doing, blah, 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 you know what I mean? But yeah, you have so much people with, bro, I've met people, they have literally have someone who treats them very nicely, and then they don't see it until later. Like, damn, bro, I really messed up. Yeah, nigga, you did. Nigga, you did, and you can't go back now. You know, it's like, damn. So you got so much people with what they think is options, or they don't want to lose their options or whatever. And then they're willing to lose what's really real in front of them. And then once they're gone, then they realize, damn, these options were really just illusions. There were none. I don't know these people like that. You know, so anyway, it's been your boy. I don't even know how I ended up on this video. This video is about Michael B being spotted with another girl. I don't know who the singer is. But hey, I guess I'm in the drama now. Anyway, man.